Hi guys, this is lesson 11 and let's go ahead and get started with finding some missing numbers. So, we are given the total and then the three numbers, right? And then we are asked to find the missing number. So what we're going to do first is find the sum of these three numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and add. That's 5,623 plus 911 plus 91. Okay, and then when we add that, we get that's 5,266, right? So we get a sum of 6,625. Now we're going to subtract the 6,625 from 6,630. Okay, and then when we subtract, we get 5. And so the missing number was 5. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the sum of these three numbers and then subtract it from the total. So again, we're going to add 8,798 plus 58 plus 38. Okay, so when we add, we get 8. That's 4, 9, 8, and that's 8. So we get 8,894. Okay, and then let's subtract that from 9,543. Okay, and then we get, that's 4, and then we get, that's 6. We get 649, and that is our answer. Okay, so go ahead and finish the rest, and then let's move on to our next page. So we are going to work with some negative exponents. Okay, so for number 1, so first, what is 10 to the power of 3? We know that is 1,000, right? Then, what is 10 to the power of negative 3? So whenever there's a negative exponent, right, you're going to immediately think of reciprocals. Okay, so remember there is a 1 in the bottom, right? So then when we reciprocate that, we're going to get 1 over 10. Okay, and then the exponent, the 3, is going to go down to the denominator. So our final answer is going to be 1 over 1,000. Okay, so that was our answer for number 1. 1 over 1,000. And then let's try one more. So we know that 2 to the power of 4 equals 16, right? Then what is 2 to the power of negative 4? Again, we have a negative exponent, right? So we're going to think of the reciprocal. When we reciprocate it, we're going to get 1 over 2, right? Why? Because there's a 1 in the bottom. And then the exponent is going to go down to the denominator, right? So our final answer is 1 over 16. Okay? So go ahead and try the other ones, and then let's move on to our third page. We are going to write the following expressions using exponents. Okay? So we have 4 45s, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, we could write that as 45 to the power of 4. Okay, and then number 2, how many negative 11s do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 negative 11s in total. So we could express that as negative 11 to the power of 7. Okay, so that's it. very simple and easy. Go ahead and finish this page, and then let's move on to our last page. We will be converting the given measures to new units. And so again, we're going to set up the proportions, right? And keep in mind that 1 mile equals 1760 yards. Okay, remember that. And let's look at number 1. So we're going to go ahead and set up a proportion. So we know that 1 mile equals 1760 yards. Okay, then how many yards is 77 miles? That's x yards. Okay, so we're trying to figure out that x. So how do we do that? Cross multiply, right? So we do 1760 times 77, right? And we get that's 0, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then that's 0, 2, 3, 2, 1 again, and then when we add that, we get final answer of 0, 2, 5, 5, 1, 3. Okay? So when we multiply 1760 yards by 1,760 times 77, we get this. And so when we multiply x times 1, that's just x. So our x value is 135,520. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at number 2. So again, we know that 1 mile equals 1760 yards. And so how many miles? This time we're trying to find the mile. Okay, so how many miles is 57 yards? Again, do cross multiplying, right? And then we get 57 equals 1,760x, right? When we do divided by 1760, right? We get 0.0323 something. Okay? However, we are since the number is so small, we're just going to leave it as it is, okay? So that is just going to be 0 miles and 57 yards. And that's going to be our answer. Okay? So hopefully you guys are familiar with conversions. And here are your answers.